Hey love, welcome back to Commanding Life. You're here for week 3 of our self-trust series, and let me just say this. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is waking up. Something in you is ready to stop waiting for permission. Something in you is choosing to lead your life instead of just surviving it. And that's no small thing. We've talked about what self-trust really is. We've talked about how second-guessing is not who you are. It's a learned survival pattern. And today, we talk about how to rebuild the trust that got buried beneath all that noise. Because the truth is, you don't find self-trust. You create it. You practice it. You become someone who can hold it. And like any deep relationship, that takes time, intention, and repetition. So today I'm sharing 5 practical, powerful ways you can start building radical self-trust right now, even if it feels shaky, even if you're still healing, even if you've abandoned yourself more times than you can count. None of that disqualifies you. It just makes this moment even more sacred. Let's begin. Number 1, create safety in your body. You can't trust yourself if your nervous system is constantly in fight or flight. You can't hear your intuition clearly when your body is bracing for impact. So, the first step is regulating your inner world enough to hear what's true. That might mean taking 60 seconds to breathe deeply before you make a decision. It might mean putting your hand over your heart and asking, "What do I really want?" It might mean journaling for 5 minutes to separate fear from fact. Whatever it is, you have to create stillness, because in that stillness, you hear your wisdom. Number 2, make and keep small promises. Don't overcommit. Don't go from 0 to perfect. That's not the goal. Start by choosing one promise you can keep daily. Wake up at the time you said you would. Drink the water you know your body needs. Speak up in that meeting even if your voice shakes. And then celebrate it. Because every time you follow through, your self-trust bank grows. Every time you say, "I'm proud of me for honoring that," your identity shifts. You're no longer the person who doubts. You're becoming the person who delivers. Number 3, act on your inner yes without delay. You already know how many times you've felt the nudge and talked yourself out of it. The intuitive hit you ignored. The inspired idea you sat on, the invitation you felt lit up by but declined because you didn't want to seem too much. This practice is about interrupting that pattern. When you feel a yes, honor it. When you feel excitement, follow it. When you feel alignment, don't ask for backup, move. Because the more you act on your soul's signal, the more you reinforce that it's safe to trust it. Number 4, use check-in language when you doubt. You're not going to stop all second-guessing overnight, but you can reframe it. Instead of, "I don't know what to do," say, "I'm checking in with myself right now." Instead of, "I always mess this up," say, "I'm noticing my fear is trying to take over, but I get to choose a new pattern." The words you use shape the identity you step into, and the identity of a self-trusting woman is one who checks in, not checks out. And number 5, create a sacred space for your truth. This might be a journal, it might be a voice note to yourself, it might be a weekly walk where you talk out loud and let the truth rise. Whatever it is, you need a place where you can be radically honest. No filter, no performance, no judgment. Because the more you're honest with yourself, the less power outside noise has over you. You stop needing the whole world to agree with you. You start building a home inside your own clarity, and that changes everything. Let me say this again. Self-trust is not about always knowing. It's about knowing that whatever happens, you'll have your own back, that you can handle it, that you'll listen, that you'll choose again if needed. It's a relationship, and like any relationship, it deepens with consistency, compassion, and time. So, I want you to choose one of these 5 practices today, just one, and I want you to share in the comments which one are you committing to this week. Because this isn't about perfection, it's about power. The quiet kind, the kind that doesn't need attention because it has integrity. And if you're feeling bold, type in the comments, "I am someone who trusts herself." Say it, claim it, practice it. You don't need more time. You don't need more clarity. You just need to come back to what you already know. Next week, we close this series with a powerful integration episode, a soul talk, a reflection, a coming home. So, make sure you're subscribed, because if you've been feeling like you're becoming a new version of yourself, but don't quite know what to do with that truth yet, next week is for you. Until then, take a breath, put your hand over your heart, and remind yourself, I don't have to rush, I don't have to prove, I just have to trust, and that is more than enough. That's it for this week's message. As always, many blessings for you.